All right, everybody, Rob Ferretti here, and we got a little update. We got some good news and some bad news, and some more bad news, but some more good news. But none of the bad news is really bad because it's just delayed. So here's where we stand. We're just down in Texas doing the $500 car challenge. You'll see those videos coming up shortly. Jimbo is feverishly working 24 hours a day without sleeping to get those done. So we will be bringing those to you very quickly. On top of that, my Corvette was also at LG's, Lou Gelati's place in Texas, and it didn't get finished yet, unfortunately. So that's some of the bad news. And when I say bad news, we didn't even start it yet. They had want to go fast this past weekend, and just some stuff going on. And here's where we started. I'm going to go down to LG for a week, 5 days, right? We're going to do my Corvette. We're going to do the Nürburgring build, and then we're going to do the $500 car challenge, all in that time span. Nope, didn't happen. Good news is I'm coming back to Texas. So we'll be down there to document the actual build. We got the disassembling of the LG brand new 2019 black Z06 that's going to be used to do the Nürburgring. Now, if you pay attention to bridgetogantry.com, that's a Nürburgring website, the GT3 RS Weissach edition, the one that we saw at the auto show, did 656 around the Nürburgring. That's an NA Porsche going around the Nürburgring substantially under 7 minutes out of a V6 engine. So that's pretty cool. The thing you don't have, however, is turbos. And the turbo one went even faster. That's the GT2 RS. But they also had this past month the Corvette Z06 going around, and everybody had it timed at about 7:12, which is conveniently the time it took the journalist to do that. So it seems like all the Corvette is able to do is 7:12, regardless of whether it's factory testing or magazine testing. And that puts it in a funny spot. And what do you mean by funny spot? GM's not going to brag about anything that's 7 minutes. They're going to brag about something under 7 minutes. So they're either going to make a new model, they're going to try to get the 01 out there, I don't know. But ultimately, we are going to set, and I stand by this, with the car that Lou is building, the mirror to the one that won the Project Car Challenge, we will set a sub 7 minute time around the Nürburgring. So I'm really excited for that trip in October. That's going to be a good time. We're going to go to the Nürburgring, and we're going to conquer it in the fastest Corvette lap ever. So, but my Corvette also wasn't done. My Corvette is not going to the Nürburgring, but Lou was going to make it so it never overheated anymore. And we identified a couple of different spots. Mainly the airflow through the intercooler into the radiator is the problem. And we're just generating heat. And the air, once it makes it through the intercooler, is coming out the other side at 220 degrees. So blowing a hot, like a hairdryer on your radiator doesn't really work so well. So we're going to change the airflow, how it was coming through there, clean up a couple of little things, and then take it back. Didn't stop me from having a little fun while I was out there, though. But now, where does that leave us? Well, we got the bad news that the cars were not finished down in Texas. That's bad news. And I was going to bring my Corvette to race Tommy at Slipstream this weekend. That's not happening. So Tommy doesn't have his GTR ready, and my Corvette's down in Texas. And I didn't want to bring it all the way back for this and then send it back to Texas. Too costly. So what do? You call up the Supra from the Alert 5 position. Now, Tommy's got the Supra, and I guess we'll both go out and bring the Supra, but they just had some drivability issues that I think was just bad gas. The race gas has been in it for a minute, so I got Tommy going through that this week, and you can check out his channel, Tommy F. Yeah. He's going to be making sure that there's no misfires or anything like that, and we're going to run my Supra out at Slipstream. So if you've been dying to see the Supra, and I mean, I guess I'll have to find somebody else to race, but if you've been dying to see the Supra, the only other thing I think I need is the tires. Although they're like new Hoosiers on the back, the front tires are shot, so I may have to be given Michelin a little call there. I don't know if I can even get tires out soon enough, but I'll do my best because tires are very important. Old tires, no good, especially if you're doing 170 or something miles an hour, which I expect to do in the Supra. So stay tuned. If you guys want to come out to Pocono, Slipstream event is this weekend. I think it's Saturday, and we are going to have a good time. And I'm going to run, and assuming the weather will be good, I will be running hard in the Toyota Supra. And one of the things about that car is, like, I don't drive it very much. When I do, though, I drive it pretty fast. And I guess since I'm not switching it over to E85 or anything like that, I'm going to have to find myself some C16. I don't even know where the hell to find C16 around here. It's been a decade. But that shows you how old the gas is in the car. So it would be likely that swapping the plugs didn't fix it, and it really is just bad gas because race gas doesn't keep for a decade. You can't just fire it up and expect it to run. So that's happening. So there you go. Big news. If you guys want to see the Supra in action, and you want somebody to race me, because I don't think Rob Dom's going to make it, and I don't think Tommy's going to make it. So that race that we almost had in Vegas, it's going to have to wait till another day. So, but I've got another idea coming up, and I'm trying to lock in a racetrack to do another project car thing, probably in June. And I'm shooting for VIR, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. But if it's not, I'll let you guys know. We'll make it some sort of big invite. People can come out if you want to come compete against us. Maybe we'll do that. The ideas are still bouncing around. I'll actually throw that up on my Patreon. Check the link in the description, which is patreon.com/superspeeders. And I'll throw up the ideas as to what sort of challenge or competition that is later in the summer. Not even later in the summer, earlier in the summer. But there you go. And good news also. Lots of good news, lots of bad news, mostly just okay news, but lots of good news. The Evo build, the Hurricane Evo, Tommy pulled the engine apart last week. We're going to get the short block sent out, get a new block back. We've already got the head being ported. Now it's just assembling a list of the parts that we're going to put on, laying them out, and sticking the thing together. I'm going to try to get it together inside, let's say, 6 weeks. So if we can get it together for the June event, we'll do that. But the only thing that stops a car from going together is cheddar. So if we can get all those parts lined up, line them up on the table, putting it together is only going to take a little bit. Optimistic, but since I'm not working on my house right now, I think it gives me some time to do something else. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.